When you think of McLaren, what do you think of? If you're like me, you probably think of the days of Ayrton Senna and Alan Prost. Maybe some of you think of Mika Hakkinen, or some may even think of James Hunt. But I guarantee none of you will be thinking of the days of Fernando Alonso and Stoffel van Dorn. You just do not. I will put it this way. You do not think of the day you felt miserable and you were stuck in the house as it was raining. You think of the sunny day you had a picnic and ate fish and chips by the beach. Anyway, enough of the nonsense. Let's not get sidetracked for too long. For McLaren, the rainy day they were stuck in the house is the 2018 season with Fernando Alonso and Stoffel van Dorn. It was just terrible. By the end of the season, they came 6th in the Constructors' Championship with only 62 points, way off Haas in 5th with 93 points. Basically, 2018 was a terrible season for McLaren, and with new regulations on the horizon, it looked to be their only chance to get back to the top. And remember, this is McLaren, a championship winning team we're talking about. They are capable of so much more, and they know it. But in 2019, something magical happened. McLaren was back on the pace with a whole new driver lineup of Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. It was amazing for McLaren. Only last year, having one single point in a race would have been epic for them. But in 2019, they were getting an almost constant stream of points throughout the races. Carlos Sainz used to be a Red Bull Junior driver before moving to Renault. He had some great performances in 2017 for the team, but in 2018 he had a bit of an off period. I wouldn't say he should have been dropped, but Daniel Ricciardo was on the look for a new drive and had offered Renault a deal. And you really can't say no to having Daniel on your team. So they just had to pick a driver to drop. And it just so happened that Carlos Sainz had a worse season than Nico Hülkenberg. So, with almost no options left, Carlos Sainz took a risk on McLaren. A risk that ended up paying dividends, with him securing 6th in the Drivers' Championship with 96 points. I would go as far as to say that he has been my driver of the season. Every race he has been there putting his car in the points, even if it shouldn't have been there in the first place. And that is why I think Carlos Sainz has been a major part of why McLaren has been so successful this year. He has been almost flawless this season, and I can't really criticise him that much. Moving on to Lando Norris. It's a bit risky to get a Formula 2 runner-up and put him in your car. But it really paid off, and I would go as far to say that out of the rookies this season, he was the best and is championship material. By the end of the season, he was 11th in the standings with 49 points. Keeping in mind he is a rookie and had some bad luck this season, I would say it is an achievement. And he probably should have been about 9th or 10th as he was overtaken on the last lap by Sergio Perez. McLaren and Renault had a fierce rivalry which only ended in the second to last race in Brazil, Interlagos, with Carlos Sainz bringing himself from 20th to 3rd after a penalty from Lewis Hamilton. McLaren ended up 4th in the Constructors' Championship by the end of the season in Abu Dhabi. By the end of the season, McLaren switched to Mercedes engines for 2021, a partnership which sprang success to both parties involved from 1995 to 2014. But with Mercedes in F1, I wonder what repercussions it will have on both sides of the deal. Anyway, if you want more content like this, please subscribe and hit the like button. Ben, out.